Hello, everyone. Welcome to part 89 of my story. So I'm standing there and I'm watching these two SIS officers approaching, and the officer releases everybody, but he says this: Bush and Canales, y'all stay. And so I'm looking at him and I'm like, stay? Like what? What's going on? And he was like, y'all better get y'all story together right now. Both of y'all better get y'all story together. And I was like, what story? So me and her were just looking like dumbfounded, like we don't know what's going on. And so, of course, we're like the best of friends. And so, all my friends who I started my time with and people that I had been very, very cool with have now left. They're no longer incarcerated. They had longer sentences than me, and I'm so happy that they were on the outside now. That they left prison. They left prison through CARES Act, something that I had been denied already twice for. But I was just so happy that they weren't there. Well, anyways, back to the story. I'm standing there and they approach. So the white SIS officer walks up to my Hispanic friend and the black one addresses me, and he's this close to my face. And he's looking at me up and down like this, and then he says, I'm going to tell you one time, and I'm going to tell you one time only. I don't want to see you in that uniform again. And so I was like, there's nothing wrong with my uniform. I'm basically saying there's nothing wrong with my uniform. He was like, blah, 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 blah. That's not what I said. Like I said, I don't want to see you in that uniform again, or you going to the shoe. I'm tired of getting complaints on you. And so I was just like, okay. Didn't say anything else. The other officer is screaming in my friend's face. I don't know what he's telling her, and I'm waiting for her on the corner because I walk away, and then she meets me, and she was like, oh, somebody's been complaining on us saying that we have tight uniforms. And I was like, yeah, that's what I just got from the other SIS officer. And so I'm mad, y'all, because I just went to laundry maybe like a month before and got new uniforms. Nothing that I ever owned was altered. All my stuff was institution given to me. And so I was kind of like, okay, so now I need to go file a complaint. So I get on a computer, I write a complaint to the camp administrator. I send one to my counselor, and I'm saying, hey, I come from the base where I work at. That's my work detail. And I'm approached by SIS, and they're very aggressive, and they're telling me that my uniform is inappropriate and I shouldn't wear it to the base anymore. And I don't know what to do because this uniform has my name inside of everything that I wear out there has my name inside of it, and it was given to me by laundry. So the next day I go to laundry. Thank God it was a Wednesday morning. I get up early enough to go to laundry, waited in line because I want to see the laundry boss. She's there. I walk in, I say, hey, I need to talk to you about something. Do you know that the SIS came, confronted me yesterday and told me that I need to get a new uniform, that my uniform was inappropriate? So at this point, I'm addressing the issue with my uniform with her, and she doesn't see an issue. She says, stand up, turn around, Bush. I mean, you have a butt behind you. Nothing is hanging over. You have a nice body, so of course people are going to notice you. But I absolutely am not giving you new uniforms. It's nothing wrong with your uniform. Now I'll give you new panties in a larger size because I can see your panty line through your pants. So she gave me new panties. So I'm nervous going back in this baseline to go to work because I don't know, because he already threatened that he was going to be coming every single day to make sure that I was not dress coded. So I get out there, I'm standing in line, and here it goes. I see him. And right when I see him, I see the camp administrator. So I walk up to her as fast as possible, start trying to address the issue with my uniform. She doesn't see an issue. And the officer that told me that I better not wear the uniform again and I have it on is looking at me really crazy. And I'm about waiting for him to say something because at this point, I'm going to let him have it because laundry told me that she was going to contact him and let him know that she was not giving me another uniform. And in her own words, because Bush, you have a nice body, people are going to notice you, but they're not saying anything about all those shapes that I see going to the base with their stomachs hanging over their uniforms tight, stuck to their body, but they want to pick and choose that they're going to pick on you. Exactly. That's how I felt. And I told her I feel like I'm being body shamed. Like, you're approaching me, a man, and you're addressing my uniform issue with me, and there is no issue. Telling me that you've been riding around the base, and that also telling me that he watched me and another person get in a vehicle with my boss on a base, and that there's supposed to be like some kind of divider between us in this 3-seat vehicle. And so I'm confused about that too, because there's no way you can have a divider in this vehicle. Do you want us to ride on the back of the truck? And so at this time, I'm getting frustrated with working on the base, because I just feel like, hey, now somebody's writing me up and I can almost guess who it is, because they probably thinking that they're going to get me taken off the base detail. But that's what's absolutely not going to happen. So my counselor addresses the issue with them and basically tells me if I see them coming again, come and get him. Which I was like, well, I'm not going to have enough time to come and get you. But he said, well, send somebody. So they body shame me already while I'm working this base detail. But the people that should be getting in trouble are not getting in trouble. However, I go back to work and I'm telling my boss about it. And my boss is just like, yeah, that's only because you stand out. You know, people are going to notice you. He said they came out here and harassed us too, telling us that we need to put some kind of partition between y'all and us in these vehicles, that nobody needs to be sitting close to each other and all that type of stuff. So we're using this piece of box to be the separation between us and this civilian base contractor. And so this went on for about a whole 2 weeks. Different people showing up, looking at us in the baseline. So of course there was some type of buzz that something was going on. I could almost imagine just exactly what that was. It wasn't long that I come back to the compound one day and I'm called in to one of my counselor's office, and they're asking me, hey, so what's going on the base? Because I heard all y'all about to get locked up in the shoe. And I'm like, and this is like a camp unit manager that I'm cool with. And I'm basically like, I'm not finna get locked up in the shoe for nobody. She was like, I'm telling you, word going around that y'all all out there messing with these men on the base, and they're about to lock all y'all up. And so you would think that this person being in an authority role would be like, you know, we need to do an investigation. So I didn't know if an investigation was going on or not at that time. I'm basically telling her I don't have a boyfriend out at the base. She was like, what's your boyfriend name? Because I know you got one. And I'm like, I do not have a boyfriend on that base. I don't talk to anybody on that base like that. I go there to do my job and I come home at the end of the day back to this hellhole.